going on, everybody? Hope you've had a successful Tuesday today. Lots of productivity, lots of action, lots of happiness, lots of good vibes, good feelings. So just have a point of reflection for you all to kind of end the day and think about for starting tomorrow. Is there a congruency between the words that you say, so the things that you're talking about, and the things that you say are your goals and your big goals and how you want to get there? Are those congruent with your actions? I've realized this is such a crucial thing that I've seen between the people who go out there and get their success and the people who don't, and the people who lag behind and stall and become complacent and don't get there, is whether there's a divide or congruency between them talking the talk and then walking the walk. Such a crucial factor, such a crucial activity to do. If you're going to say it, if you're going to say that you have big goals, you're going to say that you want to achieve, you want to get there at the end of the day, it all comes down to actually doing the activities and participating in them when you're not in the spotlight. When it's all you in the dark of the night, you know, you get home at 9:30 p.m. It's what you're going to do with that time that you have. Are you going to continue talking the talk, but when you get back, you turn on Netflix for 3 hours? Or is that going to be different, in which you actually walk the walk? So when you get home, you put 2 to 3 hours into your craft and into continuing to learn and improve and make progress on your different projects and your different goals. Because so many people will say that they have these huge goals. They want to be this, that, or the other thing. They want to be great at this, that, or the other thing. But what are they actually doing outside of the spotlight? What are they doing in the background, undercover? What are they doing that people don't see that contributes to their success and to them actually being able to achieve those goals in the long term? And it just comes down to you actually talking the talk and backing that up by walking the walk. It comes down to you putting in all that time, all that energy, all of that effort in changing of strategies and continuing to progress in times where other people aren't, and in times where most people would just shut down and say, you know what, my day's done. It comes down to telling yourself that your day's not done. It's an incredible thing when you start to convince yourself and convince your own mind that you still have energy left and you still have things to do and you still have goals to accomplish and things that you can contribute to. It's an absolutely incredible thing. And you see the best people do it. They come home after a super long day, completely out of energy. But what do? Turn around, re-garner that energy, recharge, refocus, and get after it again in order to go to bed, sleep for enough time, get up, and start it all over again. Because if you're going to be successful, it comes down to being growth-minded and gritty, as well as a number of other things. But those two things being so important. When you have grit, that passion and perseverance for long-term goals, you're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to, really dig in because you are so passionate for your long-term goals and you're so perseverant, in which you know that you don't have a lot left in the tank, but somehow psychologically you convince yourself that there's more, and you dig into it and you can prove yourself wrong and prove that your limits that you previously thought that you had are not really there, and you just continue to work over long periods of time, months, years, in order to get to where you want to be. So what's the theme here? What's it come down to? You're going to talk the talk, you're going to say that you have huge goals, you're going to say that you want to be in this place by the time you're 30, you want to be the best, you want to be great at something by the time you reach a certain age. It comes down to working for it. It comes down to actually being present. It comes down to actually focusing your energy and focusing all of your time and your available time that you have to those goals and to achieving those goals and to getting those outcomes that you want. So I hope this helped you guys realize that in order to talk the talk, you need to walk the walk if you're going to get there. We can all have goals, but it requires the effort and the time and the energy to get there. Hope this is a good reflecting point for you guys for the middle of the week, and that you guys can go and crush it the rest of the week.
podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.